Tonight, more coronavirus evacuees have now landed in San Antonio. We can now test for the virus in the Alamo City, but how much will those tests cost? And with this outbreak, the news is changing by the hour. We're taking a look back at how San Antonio became a player in this coronavirus saga. Thanks for joining us for KSAT News at 9 tonight. I'm Myra Arthur. Another wave of coronavirus evacuees in San Antonio tonight. Within the past hour, a plane carrying passengers from the Grand Princess cruise ship arrived at Kelly Field. 380 people from that ship are expected to be quarantined at Lackland. That includes 91 people from Texas. A spokesperson with the governor's office says the federal government is now working to get all those passengers who are not from Texas moved to their home states so they can get care there. None of the evacuees have tested positive for the virus, nor have they shown any symptoms. The latest numbers here in Texas: 16 confirmed cases, but that does not currently include the 11 patients who tested positive for COVID-19 in the quarantine at Lackland. They're now being treated at the Texas Center for Infectious Disease. We reported last night that San Antonio Metro Health now has the capability to test for the coronavirus. Tonight, the cost of that test has come into question. Metro Health says that it varies depending on your insurance coverage, the lab that does the testing, and a few more factors. A Bexar County commissioner today saying that he has concerns about the price and that he believes we are not prepared for an outbreak here at home. Tiffany Huertas with the story.
We're not prepared because we don't have proper testing mechanisms. We certainly don't have vaccines. We just have a lot of learning to do about this virus.
Bexar County Commissioner Tommy Calvert for Precinct 4 says he's concerned about the coronavirus.
I will call upon Governor Abbott to have our local testing companies begin to develop the coronavirus tests so that we don't have to be dependent on the federal government.
He's also concerned about the cost for testing after Metro Health revealed today it could cost up to $2,400 for those without insurance.
That's not atypical for a new test, testing a new virus or a new bacterium.
It's an outrage that companies would gouge people to the tune of $2,400 for a worldwide pandemic. We as government leaders have to step in. We have to cap this with respect to insurance.
But pinpointing an exact cost is complicated. Metro Health Medical Director Junda Wu says it depends on several things, including your health insurance and where you go to get tested. That's because tests can be sent to either Metro Health or a private lab. Metro Health says testing through them will be free, but people still need to go through a doctor who will then decide whether the patient should be tested. Doctors have been advised to follow CDC criteria. If you don't have insurance or for low-income people, Wu says you should get care at a federally qualified health center. Governor Greg Abbott and the Texas Department of Insurance have asked health insurers and health maintenance organizations in Texas to waive costs associated with testing and telemedicine visits for the diagnosis of COVID-19. So how many people can be tested with one kit? There's no exact number.
Right now, we've only received one whole kit from the CDC, and we have ordered more.
Metro Health says it depends on how many tests run at the same time.
Behind me is the first plane with evacuees. The second plane is expected to arrive later tonight. The CDC says JBSA Lackland will get about 380 passengers from the Grand Princess cruise ship and are expected to be quarantined at the base. Now, Metro Health is reminding people that there is no treatment for the coronavirus and there is no community spread of the disease in San Antonio. Vice President Mike Pence says there are several insurance companies who have said they will cover the costs of COVID-19 testing. Myra?
All right, thanks, Tiffany. Meantime, tonight, the South Texas Blood and Tissue Center says that it is taking additional steps to protect blood donors when they visit that center. The center reminds people that the blood is tested for viruses before it goes on to any hospitals. And they also say that COVID-19, which is a respiratory virus, is not known to be transmitted through blood. Still, because of concerns over having crowds gather together right now, some community mobile blood drive sponsors are wondering if they should cancel already scheduled donation drives. The center says all steps are being taken to ensure clients are received in clean areas.
Mobile blood drives represent about 60 to 80% of our blood collections in this community. So having drives cancel has a definite impact on patients who need blood, whether that's cancer patients, surgery patients, accident victims who all need blood every day.
The center says because of the potential for a possible drop in donations because of coronavirus fears, they're asking people to make an effort to become a donor and stop by their donation station. San Antonio was thrust into the coronavirus spotlight once Joint Base San Antonio Lackland began quarantining evacuees. But our community stepped into this story well after the spread had begun and the alarm had sounded. RJ Marquez takes us back to the beginning to explain how we got to where we are today.
On New Year's Eve, China alerts the World Health Organization of an outbreak of several flu-like illnesses in Wuhan in the western part of the country. Authorities later identify the virus as a coronavirus strain. By late January, the World Health Organization declares a global emergency. On February 1st, U.S. officials say Americans evacuated from China who are at risk of contracting the virus will be quarantined in different installations across the country, including Joint Base San Antonio. A group of Americans fly into San Antonio on February 7th to begin a 14-day quarantine. They are screened multiple times before arriving in the Alamo City. Concerns grow across the city. Local leaders announced that the federal government is in charge of running the quarantine process, but the city would provide support and transportation to local hospitals as needed. On February 11th, a patient under quarantine in San Antonio develops a fever and is transported to Methodist Texan Hospital on the northwest side. 2 days later, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention announced the patient has been diagnosed with novel coronavirus. It's the first case in the state of Texas. The federal quarantine at Lackland grows on February 17th when a new group of evacuees from the Diamond Princess cruise ship in Japan fly to San Antonio. 2 new cases are identified shortly after. 3 days later, the quarantine is lifted for evacuees who came to San Antonio from Wuhan, China. 1 person from the group tests positive. On February 24th, 3 more passengers from the cruise ship who were at Lackland test positive for the virus. That week, Mayor Ron Nirenberg and Bexar County Judge Nelson Wolf asked federal officials to keep potential coronavirus patients at Lackland rather than transport them to local hospitals for testing and isolation. Then, on February 28th, 2 more cruise ship evacuees in San Antonio test positive. A day later, reports surfaced that an evacuee who was released from quarantine tests weekly positive. The patient visited North Star Mall before being returned to isolation. Officials say the patient was out for about 12 hours. On March 2nd, the city of San Antonio declares a local state of disaster and public health emergency in an effort to prevent CDC officials from moving evacuees from Lackland. The city also fought but was unsuccessful in its efforts to stop the government from releasing more than 120 coronavirus evacuees that were in quarantine into San Antonio's main population. Those evacuees from the Diamond cruise ship are released March 3rd after the government announces they would return home immediately. On March 8th, Mayor Nirenberg announces more coronavirus evacuees are headed to Lackland. The group had been passengers on the Grand Princess cruise ship where several people had tested positive for COVID-19.
We know the news about the coronavirus outbreak is a story that continues to evolve each day, almost by the hour it seems. We'll continue to keep you posted with the very latest developments. You can always find those on KSAT.com. He is just 8 years old and now has a long road to recovery after he was shot in a drive-by outside of his East Side home. But today, some encouraging news. Police are also investigating whether excessive force was used on an elderly man during a protest, and a police officer's life saved after he's exposed to a deadly drug while on the job. Here's tonight's 9 at 9. 2 U.S. Marines killed in battle in northern Iraq. The U.S.-led coalition calls it one of the most intense battles U.S. forces have been involved in recently. Marine Corps Gunnery Sergeant Diego Pongo and Captain Moises Navas died in the joint Iraqi-U.S. helicopter assault on a suspected ISIS-occupied cave complex. Here at home, a local 8-year-old boy shot in a drive-by 2 weeks ago is finally awake.
Say hi to everybody. And how about a thumbs up? Are you doing good? Are you doing good?
Elijah Belmontes has had 9 surgeries since February 25th when he was shot in front of his East Side home while unloading groceries with his stepdad.
Straight through the heart, the right ventricle, went through the diaphragm, went through the stomach, in and out through the stomach, the kidney, the liver, and the pancreas, 6 major organs.
Eli still has a lung filled with fluid and can't quite breathe on his own.
SAPD was able to find some surveillance footage in the area that captured the shooting, but it wasn't the best quality. Still, they say they know exactly who they're looking for.
Chilean police are investigating whether an excessive use of force took place against an elderly man during protests this weekend. This after video of police beating a man went viral online. Shortly after, Chilean police released another video shot by one of their agents showing that man kicking a member of the police force. Police in Live Oak investigating a head-on crash that sent one person to a hospital early this morning. It happened around 3 a.m. on I-35 in Loop 1604. Police say one of the drivers got onto the highway, headed the wrong direction, and slammed into the other. Officers are looking into whether alcohol played a factor. A bizarre altercation caught on camera in Charlotte, North Carolina. Police say a man was walking down the street when he heard another man aggressively hassling two women. That's when he says the man became hostile with him.
First picked up a street sign that he swung at me, and then a board, and then a shovel.
But police say the video doesn't tell the whole story of what happened. They say the man who was running from the shovel had actually thrown the first punch, and both are now facing misdemeanor charges. In Oklahoma, a police officer collapses after being exposed to fentanyl. The officer was wearing protective gloves while packing up evidence laced with fentanyl. Video shows him visibly becoming affected. Seconds later, a rush of officers coming to the rescue.
I don't know what would have happened had they not acted so quickly.
The officers quickly gave him Narcan, which is believed to have saved his life. A whale is back in open water after dodging two close calls on the coast of Chile. The Chilean Navy says the animal beached itself after escaping a pack of orcas that went after it. But the whale eventually managed to work its way out of shallow waters and swim back into the ocean. The 2020 census is right around the corner.
Invitations will be sent out to Bexar County households starting on Thursday. And up until mid-May, you'll have the option to respond online, over the phone, or by mail.
After that, volunteers will start door knocking to encourage everyone to participate. The census helps determine how much funding states get and where those funds are allocated. This is the highest outdoor observation deck in the Western Hemisphere. It just opened in New York City. At 1,100 feet and 100 floors up, Edge at Hudson Yards offers panoramic views of Manhattan's skyline, as well as crystal clear views straight down through a glass bottom floor. To read more about these 9 stories, go to KSAT.com.
Sarah Spivey, not a fan of that last one.
I can't. No, there's no way.
You wouldn't just stand directly over the glass and look?
No, even thinking about it, are you afraid of heights?
I wouldn't do it either.
I get the woo, I just can't do it. I can't do it at all. But you know what? I'm not afraid of the weather this week because it'll be better. Okay, that's a transition. Let's go ahead and talk about the weather today. We were able to see a high temperature near 79. That's 7 degrees above average. Our morning low, though, was 14 degrees above average, all because we have high humidity in place. But you know, yesterday we saw 0.03 of an inch of on and off again light rain. Today, nothing, just a brief shower through the middle of downtown San Antonio, and that's about it. Here's a look at current temperatures. We have struggled to cool down. I mean, our high was 79. We're at 76 right now at the airport. It's 71 in Lotus, 64 at Bernie Stage, 72 in Bulverde, and 71 up in New Braunfels. But dew points, once again, the big story. Because dew points are in the 60s, that means high humidity. Take a look at the futurecast. So I've paused this here. The numbers on the left are the temperatures. The numbers on the right are the dew points. As we head into the early morning hours, those temperatures and those dew points are going to be right side by side. And with a light wind, we're going to see fog develop. Once again, tomorrow morning, we'll see fog in the area. Taking a look at tomorrow, just know that we're going to start with fog and drizzle. We will be able to warm up pretty nicely with a high near 82 tomorrow, a southeast breeze at 5 to 10 miles per hour, and then it'll be muggy once again in the evening hours. So a little bit warmer tomorrow because we'll clear out quicker. Again, I think we'll make it to 83. Let's take a look at the satellite and radar across the state of Texas. There were a few showers along the coastal plain. I think that's still going to be possible tomorrow. So if you have any plans to travel out to the coast, just know that you might run into a shower or two, but don't let that cancel your plans. If anything, you're probably going to notice how chilly the waters of the Gulf of Mexico are. Current Surf temperature in Corpus Christi is 65 degrees. Yeah, that's cold. Let's take a look at satellite radar out toward the west, though. Notice near LA, a spin in the atmosphere. That's a low pressure system, and that low pressure system is going to provide that spin in the atmosphere. But really, we're not going to see a decent chance for rain until about Saturday. We're going to see a front that'll be across North Texas on Friday, but that front is actually going to end up stalling out and just providing the lift and the potential for some scattered showers, mainly on Sunday and Monday of early next week, but we'll still carry a decent chance on Saturday, about a 30% chance for storms as we close out spring break, and then on Sunday itself about a 40% chance. And because it's springtime, as you know, some of those storms could be on the stronger side, so we'll keep an eye on that for you. But what you got to know, morning fog tomorrow morning, then a pretty nice day, and we'll be looking at a high temperature in the low to mid 80s tomorrow. That'll be our warmest day. Thursday will still be in the low 80s, a little bit more cloud cover, and then those rain chances are really going to start to pick up as we head into early next week. Every day, temperatures will be near 80 degrees.
All right, thanks, Sarah. You're watching KSAT News at 9. We'll be back in just 1 minute. Now to the race for 2020. 6 states held their primary contest today. The results are starting to come in tonight, votes still being counted, but we do know that Joe Biden has won Michigan, Missouri, and Mississippi. We're also waiting on results from primaries in North Dakota, Idaho, and in Washington. Meanwhile, here at home, an unlikely alliance between the chair of the Bexar County Republican Party and an indicted former constable and candidate for the sheriff's race. Cynthia Brem and Michelle Barrientos Vela went before the Bexar County Commissioner's Court today, alleging the primary was riddled with instances of discrepancies and corruption. Now they're protesting the results.
You know, it's not sour grapes when you have the community coming forward and speaking to you and saying, you know, what happened.
So guess what? We don't certify it. You don't have an election. What are you going to do? Throw it out. They have to do the whole thing over again.
Barrientos Vela was defeated in the race for the Bexar County Sheriff's Office. Brem is headed for a runoff now. Elections Administrator Jackie Callanan and the Commissioner's Court are standing behind the results of the election last week. Even so, the Commissioner's Court wants an opinion from the county's IT department after they get with the company reps who are still trying to figure out why their $12.5 million voting system crashed 3 times on election night. Turning now to tonight's top stories. A federal judge has blocked the Trump administration from allowing 3D printed gun files to be released on the internet. Those files would allow anyone to go online and access downloadable files with specifications for particular firearms, including AR-15s. These so-called ghost guns were given their name because they're unregistered and they're untraceable. They lack a serial number and are tough to detect, even with a metal detector. The FDA is cracking down on companies that continue to sell flavored cartridge-based vaping products in violation of the agency's new policy. That policy took effect last month. It prioritizes enforcement actions against vaping products in flavors other than tobacco and menthol. The FDA sent out 22 warning letters to companies that make and sell these flavored cartridges. They have to respond within 15 days. Whether it's the coronavirus outbreak or a natural disaster, emergencies can happen anytime. And if you're not prepared, the aftermath could be costly. Digital journalist Ivan Herrera has some tips to help you save for when you need it most. It's this week's Money It's Personal.
Saving for emergencies feels hard when bills are piling up in the mailbox, but it can save you a lot of headache in the long run if you're financially prepared. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau is providing some tips to help you put away even small amounts of money that can help make a big impact over time. First, start putting aside what you can to help cover common emergencies such as a broken motor or a trip to the hospital, which could become a costly debt if you're not prepared. The CFPB says you should prioritize a dedicated savings account for these types of emergencies as one of your top savings goals. Next, you should set up some guidelines for how you can use your emergency savings fund. Determine what you think is an emergency and don't be afraid to use your money. But you should remember to rebuild the savings account you withdrew money from. And if you want to make saving even easier for yourself, set up automatic reoccurring transfers at a rate that works with your paycheck. These transfers from your checking to your savings can happen as frequently as every week. The CFPB also recommends putting in any extra money you have into savings to help you during trying times. Lastly, you can use your tax refund check to help you reach your financial goals. You can make a plan to allocate a portion of those funds to go into your savings account. For the 9, Ivan Herrera.
Spring break is upon us, and if you want to get the kiddos out of the house and outside for a little bit, we've got a really fun outdoor activity that is all about the movement of water. All right, 2 really important things for this experiment. Because we're going to puncture a water balloon, make sure that you're outside somewhere so that things don't get too crazy messy. Also, make sure that there's a parent or guardian around, because we are going to have to use a sharp tool to puncture the water balloon. So we'll need water balloons. You can make as many as you like, whatever shape or color. You'll need a bowl to hold the water balloon, and then something to catch the water that will eventually come out of the balloon. But if you're outside on your patio and you don't mind that your patio gets a little bit wet, that's fine too. Sidewalk can get wet, totally okay. You'll need some electrical tape, and make sure it's electrical tape because it's going to get wet, and so it'll need to hold its shape. Masking tape is not going to work for this. And then why you need your parent, a sharp object, something like a box cutter. That's what we're going to use today. First things first, we have our balloon in the bowl, and then we're going to put the electrical tape on the balloon. And you want to do this in a square, but make sure that the center is a pretty small surface area. So it's almost like you're making a pound sign here with the electrical tape, so that you want a small center, and that's where we're going to puncture the balloon. Now that we've got our tape on our balloon, it's time to puncture a hole in it, and then the water will start to come out. Here we go. All right, let's try this again with a slightly bigger balloon. Pay attention to how different the water looks when it's going into the pan than when it's coming out of the balloon. Check it out. So this water coming out of the balloon, it almost looks like it's not moving. That's because it has laminar flow, which means it's moving at the same velocity. It all has the same characteristics. This flow going into the pan, that's turbulent flow. That means the water is getting mixed and moved in different directions, and that's why it looks different. So even though it looks like this water isn't moving, it totally is. Put your own little twist on this activity by changing the size of the hole on the balloon. If you make it bigger or smaller, how does that change things? We hope you enjoyed this outdoor activity during spring break, and when all is said and done, take all those leftover balloons and have yourself a good old-fashioned water balloon fight. Katie Blake, KSAT 12 News.
Let's go to KSAT.com right now to find out what is trending today. RJ Marquez is with us.
All right, Myra, we are kind of in the middle of spring break, getting to the middle a little bit. So we have got a list of stuff. If you still have no plans for spring break and you're just bumming around the house or doing whatever, we have definitely got you covered. A lot of things going on this week and a lot of things to kind of get ready for. It's a pretty cool list here.
Okay, and some of this stuff I understand is free.
Yes, and that's kind of the big part of this right there. Yeah, the Tejano Music Awards fanfare, that's a pretty big one. St. Patrick's Day, of course, we're getting ready for that one. The festival, the River Parade, where the river turns green. That's pretty cool to watch there. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on at the museum, the Whitty Museum. So really, if you are just looking for stuff to do and just trying to get out, then we have got you. Yeah, we've got a few things for you to check out on our website, KSAT.com. One of those things includes, of course, the San Antonio Zoo. So the zoo has just opened up a new kangaroo exhibit.
Ooh.
Very excited.
Kangaroo Crossing.
Yeah, Kangaroo Crossing.
I think I actually saw this under construction the last time I was there.
Yes. Okay. Kangaroo Crossing, it's part of their the Wild Australia experience. Remember they had the koalas there for a while, and so now they have
Koala Cam.
Koala Cam, cannot forget about that.
Yeah.
Now they have 10 kangaroos there, 10 female kangaroos, and what's pretty cool about this experience is that you can actually go into this little habitat area. I know, I just saw your face like, what?
I mean, I have seen some kangaroos fight on YouTube, right? Like,
yes, I've seen that too. Yeah, I have. Well, I think these are all female kangaroos. That's kind of the first.
So hopefully they're maybe nicer.
A little more chill.
Or they just, they're scrappier.
Yeah, a little more chill, a little bit happier. That's true. Yes, the mama kangaroos. So you can, this is just kind of an interesting experience, though, to be able to go in there and kind of interact with them. It's kind of
that would be
weird.
Hey, it would be really cool. I'm just, you know, the internet memories I have are inspiring.
There you go. If you guys want more information, check out our website, and you can get all that stuff there. All right, last story here. Oh man, Friday the 13th.
Yes, comes around every year.
Yes,
this
it does.
Tradition.
Oh yeah, this has become a San Antonio tradition. You're right. Tattoo shops offering $13 tattoos to celebrate. I don't know, Friday the 13th.
For people who want a tattoo
for $13,
or looking for something to do on spring break.
Maybe. There you go. Yeah, you know, kill two birds with one stone there. So we have confirmed a few places that are honoring this deal. So you could go to our website and check all that stuff out there. A lot of people click on this stuff. A lot of people click on this story. They just want the tattoo. Yeah. I think you know what? I'm ready to do the KSAT News at 9.
You're ready?
Ooh, I'm ready. Yes. One arm.
Would this be your first tattoo?
No, I have one.
You have one.
Yes, I do have one.
See, I didn't even know that.
This will be the second one. Yeah.
This will be the second one.
Second one.
But it would be
KSAT News at
displayed
9.
prominently.
Yes.
KSAT News
Trending
at 9.
segment.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'd let you wear short sleeves just for that.
You know what? I am going to do it just for that reason. If you guys want more information on this, go to our website.
All right. Thanks, RJ.
Thank you, Myra.
We'll be right back. That is all our time tonight. Thanks so much for watching KSAT News at 9. I'm Myra Arthur. We'll see you right back here tomorrow. Good night.